Evening, everyone. Just coming into the start of the new racing season. I'm sure all of you are aware of the impacts that Corona had on the season last year. Unfortunately, I didn't get to enter anything, but there's I think they managed 6 meetings up at Harewood. And various other meetings throughout the country, but it was significantly impacted by the virus last year. Coming into 2021, just at the start of the season, hopefully everything's going to plan to start on the 11th of April for Harewood. I've got some big announcements coming up, hopefully. All being well, the cars all getting new livery. Hopefully, a sponsor coming on board for this year to support me through 2021 season. I'm gonna, all being well, having a little Q&A session to do with the car, upcoming season, what we've done, what we're gonna do, and that sort of thing. So I'm not gonna double up on waffling on it here because I can't talk, best of times, I say every other sentence, but there you go, you see. So work on the car so far. I've swapped the steering rack over, done the bump steer adjustments to try and cancel any of that. It's quite, some suspension's quite compressed as it is, so the smallest sort of like bump in the road really affects it, sort of thing. I haven't got new tyres yet. I have got some on order, but because of the virus they've been delayed from Poland with Brexit and Corona and all that sort of stuff, so hopefully they'll be coming middle of April. Probably not in time for the first meeting, but I've got these 888s on at the minute, so they'll get me going at least. And the soft versions are what I set my quickest time on last year, a couple of years ago, so they should be okay. De-stickered the car, apart from our name at the bottom. Like I said, hopefully getting new livery for this year's sponsor. When that gets released, hopefully at the Q&A thing I mentioned, you'll all see that as well. Few tweaks, replace the demister for the screen. I've actually clay barred and cleaned and sealed all the Perspex polycarbonate windows because they were absolutely gopping. And I was surprised. I'd never even thought to clay bar Perspex. Wouldn't have thought that was something you can do, but it's come up absolutely brilliant. And I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but apart from that back window, which is burnt with thinners, it's like really see-through again. It's brought them back to life. Like I said, sealed all the windows, rain-exed the outsides of everything, fog-exed the inside of everything, just to try and stop them steaming up, when you're heavy breathing, queuing up and that sort of thing. Because it's only got a little demister, so it as much as I can help that keep up with the fogging on the inside, the better. I've tweaked the throttle bodies a little bit, just to try and get the idle right. When we fit the new battery the other day, tried once the ECU had learnt all its parameters again, and let it cool down for about 3 hours, tried the cold start, turn of the key, no throttle, and it ran straight off, which it hasn't done for ever really, to be honest. So hopefully that's cured that. The battery's off now, so the ECU will have reset itself, so once we get it started again and relearn that, then we should be see how that goes, see how successful that was. We've Made a temporary splitter for the front. If you've seen the car before, you'll notice that at the bottom there was a air dam sort of attached to the bottom of the bumper. That went almost to the floor. It was 40mm short of the floor for the regs. So we fitted a flat floor up to the back of the driver's seat roughly. So we've had to trim that air dam right down. So we've now got 70mm clearance at the front, so that's lifted the front end up quite a bit. So there's a lot more airflow underneath. Not intentionally, but you know, we've got to live with that now. I did have the car, the headlights and stuff on for Time Attack last year, but I don't need headlights for hill climbing and sprints, so they've been swapped back out for the blanks. All the wiring's been terminated and had a connector put on. Under the bonnet, pretty much all the same really. Oh, I changed the spark plugs. That's made a world of difference to how smooth the engine idles as well, along with the work on the throttle bodies. I've gone one step colder or hotter, I can't remember which way, just to try and give them the ignition as much help as it can, because eventually I'm going to the not the twin coil on plug that these cars have, but the like Ford style coil pack off to one side. And if you can see from that shot how clear the perspex has come, not that you'd probably be aware of what it was like before, where it's really cleaned up. New brake pads. I've just got some lower spec ones in the back because they do virtually no work whatsoever. And up a hill of 1 mile and 1.1 miles or whatever it is, the never got any use, never got warm, so it was pointless having 1144s. I've still got the 1144s in the front though, because there's loads of meat on them, and I've got the 55s for track, which are absolutely mint on track, so I'm going to stick with that setup for now, I think. Other than that, I don't think there's much else I can tell you until we start getting into the season and the sponsors are released, or it's all made official anyway. Depending on what the Q&A interview's like, I may do another one after that, just to go through everything, you know, who's sponsoring us, what they do. I'm sure most of you will be aware of them anyway when it's announced. But you know what they can do for you, what they provide, and that sort of thing. So, here's to a good season. Hopefully, be videoing a lot more of this behind the scenes when we're actually working on the car. And you can sort of behind the scenes of the paddock and what we do to set up and that sort of thing. Hopefully get some decent videos released every meeting. Thanks for watching everyone. If you want to know more, like, subscribe, put a comment down, any questions about the car, about what we do, about hill climbing, anything, you know, ask away, not a problem at all. I'll always answer or do video responses, it's not a problem. Thank you very much.